I'm not going to talk about the guys that are not here. Those are the words from the greatest head coach in NFL history, Bill Belichick of the New England Patriots. That's what he had to say when asked, where is Tom Brady? Why is Tom Brady missing from OTAs? For the first time in the New England Patriots history under Bill Belichick, with the combination of Brady and Bill at the helm, we have trouble in paradise. We have trouble in paradise where it seems like the coach and the quarterback aren't getting along. And thus, the Patriots are under a microscope. The Patriots have more pressure than ever to sort of fix their team up, fix their identity, and fix what the Patriots have been all about for the past 20 years. Is Tom Brady really holding out of OTAs just because of a contract situation, just because of a contract dispute, just because he wants to be paid more? Is Tom Brady feeling disrespected by Bill Belichick and the Patriots organization? Is Bill Belichick holding a grudge against Robert Kraft and Tom Brady? There's a lot of questions to be answered in regards to Tom Brady and what's going on with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. I feel like with Tom Brady missing from OTAs, it stems from just more than one reason. It stems from more than just wanting to be with his family. It stems from more than just wanting more money. It's a combination of many different reasons. When you talk about other guys that are missing from OTAs, you throw out the Rob Gronkowskis. And for whatever reason, Rob Gronkowski and Tom Brady are being grouped together like it's the same situation, like it's the same dilemma and the same problem for the New England Patriots. It's not. It's totally different. With Rob Gronkowski, he just wants to get paid more. It's simple OTA issue. It's simple offseason issue in regards to some of these playmakers around the NFL. We see it specifically with running backs and tight ends. We see it with Le'Veon Bell in Pittsburgh. We see it with Rob Gronkowski. We see it with Aaron Donald last year for sure. Odell Beckham has had his thing. So there's been some issues with the playmakers. Not usually quarterbacks in the NFL are holding out from OTAs. So there has to be there has to be questioning on the regards of the New England Patriots. What is going on with Tom Brady? Why is he missing OTAs? Why is Bill Belichick answering the questions to the media in this way? And I know Bill Belichick always answers the way he wants to, and he always has certain ways of delivering his answers in the media, and some people call him a genius, and some people don't like him for that, but it is what it is. In regards to Gronk and Bell, it's a different situation than Tom Brady because one, he's a quarterback, and two, he's Tom freaking Brady, and he has this relationship with Bill Belichick that's lasted well over 15 years where they've been successful and they've had 5 Super Bowl championships, and he's been the face of the franchise and the face of the NFL for all this time. So no, it's not just about money. While it is in some parts about money, because when you look at Tom Brady is not currently paid as one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. And for a guy that just won the MVP award, won the Super Bowl MVP, this is a player that deserves to be paid amongst the elite in the NFL. He is, in many regards, the number one quarterback in the NFL, and if you don't think he's number one, he's number 2. So rather, he should be the number 1 or number 2 paid quarterback. He should at least be top 5 paid quarterback in the NFL. I know that he's getting up there in age, and he is an older quarterback and doesn't really deserve that top-notch franchise quarterback money because of that, but he still deserves to be respected, and this is more of a... It's not like Tom Brady really needs the money. Let's be honest. He doesn't need the money. He's made his money. He's made his money from endorsements. He's made his money from the NFL. Gisele's made a ton of money in her own career. So it's not like he really needs the money, but it's more about the actual respect. It's more about, remember like Kobe Bryant at the end of his LA Lakers career? It's in the same line as that. No, Kobe didn't really need the money, but he just felt like he needed the money because of what he meant for the LA Lakers franchise. What he meant as a player, what he meant as a person, what he meant as an identity, and what he meant as a legend to this team. And with Tom Brady, I think he feels the same way. Also, you have to think about the rest of the NFL and what's going on with contract disputes, what's going on with teammates, and what's going on with other players across the league. Tom Brady has a legitimate stance. He's a legitimate player that can stand up to the NFL and ask for more money for these other positions and be a player, an example for the players across the league to do what is right to get paid. Because I fully believe that NFL players at certain positions specifically, not necessarily quarterback, but certain positions are being underpaid. And I feel like if Tom Brady does make this maneuver and he does stay out of OTAs and he can say the right things and be in the right mindset, that he can set an example for the Odell Beckhams and the Le'Veon Bells and all these other guys that are going through the same situation where they should be being paid more money and they shouldn't be having to be ripped off all the time. You know, you talk about Dez Bryant, and sure, Dez Bryant wasn't an elite receiver anymore, but why do we not get angry at NFL teams for not continuing to pay the players, but we get mad at the players, but we get mad at the players for taking their money? I mean, why are we getting mad at players for wanting money when we're not getting mad at the actual front office for not paying those players the money? Like, it's a thing in the NFL that doesn't make a lot of sense from a fan perspective and from a media perspective. We're too hard on the players. We're too hard on them. This is their career. And I understand they're making millions of dollars, and I would love to make millions of dollars. I'm sure you would love to make millions of dollars. But the truth is that some of these players in particular, not saying Tom Brady, but some of these players are being underpaid for what they do, and they only have a chance for so many years for their career. Le'Veon Bell, the average lifetime of a good running back is about 5 years. He needs to maximize that window, right? And I think Tom Brady, in a way, can be an example with all these other things going on in the NFL, like the Colin Kaepernick situation, the whole anthem thing that's happening in the NFL, the whole just discrimination of certain players, and what is going on in the United States. I think that also has to do with it a little bit in Tom Brady trying to be an example for others. But that is kind of a smaller, minor thing. And of course, Tom Brady wants to be paid because he wants to be respected, just like all the other greats want to be respected. And he feels like he's been disrespected. And this goes back to one thing and one thing in particular. It goes back to last season. It goes back to last offseason. When we talk about Jimmy Garoppolo and what happened last season, Bill Belichick wanted to move on from Tom Brady. That's my best guess for what happened last year. Bill Belichick wanted to move on from Tom Brady, and Tom Brady wasn't just about to get traded. He wanted to continue to play. He wanted to continue to play a couple more years, but Bill Belichick wanted last year to be Tom Brady's last year. From many sources, that is the best thing I can come up with in regards to what's actually happening right now. Tom Brady is mad at Bill Belichick because Bill Belichick wanted to move on from Tom Brady. And I think that motivated him to reach the Super Bowl last year, win the MVP last year. And I think in a way, Bill Belichick is again motivating Tom Brady again by not, going out of his way to really make Brady happy, because he knows when Brady is not happy, when he is not content, that he usually plays his best football. When Tom Brady's a little bit on edge, when Tom Brady has competition like Jimmy Garoppolo behind him, or when he fears for his job in a way, or when he just feels like he is not exactly getting the respect he deserves, that's what made Tom Brady great in the first place. Being a 6th-round pick is what made Tom Brady Tom Brady. If Tom Brady was a first overall pick, we might not be talking about Tom Brady the same way we are today. So Bill Belichick, in a way, he knows how to get the best of his players, but in a way, he's also disrespecting Tom Brady because Tom Brady was still at the peak of his game. But when we talk about Bill Belichick has also been one of the best of all time, and probably the best of all time in terms of personnel decisions and moving on from players and doing the right thing for the team. And if Bill Belichick thought that Jimmy Garoppolo was the right way to go this year and move on from Tom Brady and ask Tom Brady to retire peacefully after this year, maybe that would have been the right move for the long term of this franchise for the New England Patriots. But for Tom Brady, he still felt like he could still play. And for Robert Kraft, he wasn't going to move on from Tom Brady because Robert Kraft and Tom Brady have a father and son relationship. And probably what happened was Brady went to Kraft. He heard about these rumors of Bill wanting to move on from him. He said, you need to make Bill make a decision. Rather, I'm going to leave, or I'm going to, retire, or Bill Belichick is going to need to go, or Garoppolo is going to need to get traded. It's me or Jimmy, Robert. So basically what happened was that Rob probably asked Bill Belichick to trade Jimmy Garoppolo last season, and this is where we get into the situation of what happened with the Garoppolo trade. Obviously, this happened somewhere near the beginning of last season because they would have traded Jimmy at the draft last year, or they would have traded Jimmy in the offseason. But instead, this whole drama was taking place behind the scenes while the season was continuing to start. And once we hit trade deadline time, the value of Jimmy Garoppolo has gotten to an all-time low where he is now having to be signed after the season as a future free agent. He goes to the 49ers for a second-round pick when he probably could have went for at least a first-round pick in the first place. And where does Bill Belichick trade him to? He trades him to his friend's son, Kyle Shanahan, in San Francisco, where he knows Kyle Shanahan is a great offensive mind and he can get the best out of Jimmy Garoppolo. So then when Jimmy Garoppolo is successful, Bill Belichick can look back and say, hey, Jimmy was good, and I was right about this whole situation because there's ego involved in this. Belichick has an ego, Kraft has an ego, and Brady has an ego. They all have egos. They're not superhuman. They're not robots. They all have egos. They've all won a lot, and they all want to be considered the best. So for me, that is what has created the tension. Brady not getting the respect from Belichick, Belichick wanting to do what's best for the future of the franchise, and Robert Kraft taking the side of Tom Brady. Now, you throw in the money to that situation. You throw in the Guerrero situation, which is also added fuel to the fire. Because TB12, when you talk about what Tom Brady wants for his future, he wants to create a situation for future athletes to be like him. He wants the best for the future of athletes, and he believes that TB12 is best for business. He believes TB12 is best for future athletes and for their careers and for their health. And he really believes this, and that's what he thinks is going to be his future business. And when your future business is at stake, that becomes personal. You're messing with his money. You're messing with his life after football, Belichick. So from Tom Brady's perspective, you can understand why he's a little angry. From Belichick's perspective, you can understand why Brady he's being a loner. He's not going with the team. He's not still buying into what Belichick has been preaching for the last 15 years. So from both point of views, you see where that is coming from. And then you have the whole family situation with Tom getting a little bit older, realizing that he should spend a little bit more time with Giselle, a little bit more time with the kids. And all of this is adding up into why Tom Brady is missing OTAs. And this is exactly why there has been tension between the Patriots, Tom Brady, Robert Kraft, and Bill Belichick. I don't think that this is going to impact the product on the field. I think the Patriots will be fine as they were last season. But this, for now, is why Brady is missing OTAs. I expect him to be back in training camp. But for a guy that's preached for years now how important OTAs in the offseason is and how he brings them out to Montana and he throws them the ball even before OTAs starts, he recognizes what OTAs does for a team, what it does for a quarterback, and what it does for the coach. And Tom Brady is not missing this because he doesn't think it's important. He does think it's important. He just has a little bit of a grudge right now. He thinks he deserves more money, which he does. And I think there's a little bit of tension between the stars of the Patriots. I want to hear what you guys think about Tom Brady, why he's missing OTAs. Are you on Team Belichick or Team Brady? Let's just hope as a Patriots fan that this doesn't impact the team and split the team in Camp Brady and Camp Belichick. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe for more NFL content. It's Mitch of the Bottom Line View, and peace out.